Today I have the Thrunite Black Scout Survival V5. This is an updated version, as you might guess, of the Black Scout Survival V4. If you have the V4, do you need to upgrade to the V5? Probably not. If you're a couple models down, might be worth upgrading. We'll get to some of the differences and similarities in a bit, but let's just go ahead and look at this light for starters. The V5 puts out 2,676 lumens and it costs $75.99. Some links down below. It is a slightly larger than palm size light. You can see it's pocketable, but you know, maybe a little bit larger than everyday carry light, depending on what you're wearing pants wise. If you're wearing tactical pants, if you have some bigger clothes, this probably is not a big deal. If you're wearing skinny jeans, maybe not the best idea for that. It of course comes with a belt clip case, standard belt clip case, goes down in there, Velcro's over, D-ring, loop back there, no Velcro here, that just loops right in through there. It's the thinner of the nylon, so it's not going to be too bulky, fairly flexible there. It does come with a charging cable because like most lights these days, this is USB-C rechargeable. You probably have a million of these cables as I do. Comes with a bag with some extra O-rings and a lanyard and a button cover, some extra accessories there. It comes with a red lens, which is kind of nice. This screws on to the tip here. And then when you turn the light on, it's red. So a nice accessory if you're gonna use this. Well, if you're gonna use this in the dark, but if you're gonna use it in the dark and want your eyes to stay adjusted to the dark. It also has a strike bezel. This I would really not want to carry in your pocket if you're going to carry it this way. If you're of the type that might need to use your flashlight in a defensive way, then this is definitely going to work well for that. Or if you need to chop a tree down, you could use this as well. But again, if you're going to use it this way, you might want to carry it in the case. And does it fit in the case with the strike bezel on? Yes, it does. No problem there. For everyday carry though, probably don't need the strike bezel. Backwoods carry, yeah, maybe you want this for, I don't know, in case Sasquatch comes, but that's that. So let's have a look at the light. On the back of the light is the tail button. There are two buttons on this, the tail button and the side button. There are the spots here for a lanyard if you want to attach that. Forward of that is the pocket clip. The pocket clip is bi-directional and removable. It comes off. So if you want to carry it with the pocket clip, great. Or if you're just not a pocket clip guy, you can take the pocket clip off and, well, carry without that. Some knurling down here, a heat sink here. Right here is where you charge it. The USB-C cable goes in there. It does light up red while it's charging, blue when it's fully charged. And down in there is that LED and a deep smooth reflector to give this a pretty good amount of throw. Inside, this comes with a Thrunite rechargeable 31 milliamp hour 18650 battery. And then the user interface, again, if you are familiar with modern flashlights, this will be no problem. The rear button is instant access to turbo. Instant access, you can half press it for momentary or click it on and it will stay on. So pretty simple there. And that's instant access from any brightness. So if say you have it on something lower, like this, instant access to the turbo from there, then you let go of it and it turns off. So turbo off, click on and off. The side button also has a charge indicator. When you turn it on, it will glow blue if the battery charge is 21 to 100%, red 11 to 20%, and flashing red means it's below 10% and you need to charge the light. The side button, if you long press it, it will come on, long press it again and it will go off, and it is now locked out. Long press it again, comes back on. So long press, like every other light, comes into the Moonlight Mode right there. 0.3 lumens does it forever. I'll put the run times down on the bottom here. 50 days, but it's gonna go forever on that battery, and back off. And then if you single click it, it's going to have mode memory from any of the other brightnesses. So whatever you turn it off on, you turn it there, and long press, and it will go between the three different brightnesses. Low, medium, high, low, medium, high. Turn it off on high, back onto high. Again, pretty self-explanatory. Triple click, you get the strobe, and then back off. This does tend to get pretty warm, the heat sink up here, just from that little bit that I've been doing right now, it does get pretty warm. So if you are outside on the turbo mode or the high mode, 1413 lumens, it's going to get pretty warm up here. So just be aware of that. It gets pretty warm pretty fast, and it's not a super deep heat sink, so it's not going to dissipate super quickly. The throw on this is pretty good. It's a good mix of both flood and throw, especially if the night is not full of a bunch of particulate matter. You're going to get a good amount of distance with this. Maximum candela, 16,200 for those of you candela people that understand that. Now, as a brief comparison to the V4, they are exactly the same size. The V4 puts out a maximum of 2,523 lumens versus 2,676. Are you going to see the difference in that roughly 150 lumens? Probably not at that brightness. So again, if you have the V4, you probably don't need to spend the money to update to the V5. If you are a couple models down, it might be worth it, but otherwise they're pretty much exactly the same size, same width, same everything. And for that matter, the strike bezel is interchangeable with the V4, so you can, just to show you just how similar they are. Uses for this light, you could certainly make an EDC light out of it. It is a little bit larger. It's similar to the Olight Warrior series. The Warrior Mini is a little bit smaller if you're familiar with that, but this is similar to the Warrior series. The brightness, I believe, is a little bit higher with this, so if you're looking for a little bit of brighter light, this might be an option as far as that goes. It's larger, again, as an EDC light, depending on what you're wearing, but it's not crazy large such that you couldn't carry it. I think it is still pocketable. It's just going to be a little bit large, again, depending on how you're dressed and what your tolerance is for light. You know, if you're used to carrying something small like this is the Thrunite Archer Mini. I carry this a ton because for everyday stuff, this light is plenty. You only need so much brightness as an everyday carry light, but if you're going to go somewhere camping, or you want an emergency light or a light next to your bed for stuff in the middle of the night, great option for that. Places where the size is not really going to be a big deal. So great light for a lot of things. I put some links down below. Check this one out. This is the Thrunite Black Scout Survival V5.